Hey everyone, this week I have a really easy design for you with a special trick about how to use transfer paper to get a design onto a rock. You can use this technique to transfer a design that you've drawn out on paper or something that you've printed out. And you want to make sure that you use the shiny side of the carbon or transfer paper down on the side of the rock where you want the design to transfer. You can see here that I placed the transfer paper shiny side down, and now I'm placing the design that I drew out on paper on top. I am going to use a little bit of Scotch tape to secure this to the rock so it doesn't move when I'm tracing over it. And now I'm just going to use a pencil to trace over my design, and you do want to make sure to apply a fair amount of pressure so that that transfer paper will transfer the design onto the rock. Now I'm just going to remove the tape and the transfer paper in the design, and it's on here pretty lightly, but you can see that it transferred the design onto the Santorini stone. Now I'm just going to take a fine-tipped black Posca pen to outline the design that transferred onto the stone. Now I'm going to take a pencil and embellish the design a little bit more and add a spider web and a little spider, and then I'll come back over this with the Posca pen. And because I love my glitter, I'm going to take some black glitter paint and go over all of the writing as well as the spider and the spider web. And here I'm using one of my fine line paint brushes because the spiderweb lines are so thin. Now I'm going to make my own color orange paint for the dotted background. I love this neon orange paint, but it's never quite solid enough. So I'm mixing it with a dot of liquid gesso, then the neon orange paint, and then just a touch of this multi-surface orange paint. And I'm mixing it up. Now comes the fun part where I'm going to start with a fairly large dotting tool and add large dots to the background of the rock. And then as it goes along, you're going to see that I'm going to start using smaller and smaller dotting tools and just randomly placing the dots all over the design to kind of fill in the background where there's not a whole lot of white left. The beauty of this design is that it's very simple and it's only two colors. It's black and orange, but the dotted background creates a very cool effect. You can see as we get down to these smaller dots that they really finish off the look of that background design. Another little finishing touch, I'm going to take some neon green paint and add some neon green eyes on that little spider. I should test this rock out with a black light, see how well that neon orange shows up. This is a really fun design, it's very easy, and it's a great way for you to get your feet wet with dotting if you're just starting out.